In January alone, U.S. employers announcing nearly 103,000 job cuts across major industries, according to Challenger Gray and Christmas. That number just growing in February. So Google, Amazon, Microsoft all announcing in January that they would be laying off tens of thousands of workers, while Disney and Dell announcing job cuts earlier this month. Now, some of these workers might have to file for unemployment benefits for the first time, and they might have some questions. We all would. So joining me now is John Bell, employment attorney at Bell Law Group. John, it's great to have you on the show, and let's just start with going over who qualifies for unemployment.
Hey, Kristen, thanks a lot. Happy Friday to you, and thanks for having me on today. So the qualifications generally vary from state to state because this is a state-run program. But realistically, if you've lost employment through no fault of your own, that's a common theme. You have to be ready, willing, and able to work, and you have to actively seek work, and you should be keeping a record of it. Then after those qualifications, you got to look for the state. Most states have like an 18-month look back where you have to work at least two or 4 or 5 quarters. You have to make a certain amount of money, like I practice in New York. You have to earn at least $3,100 in 1 quarter to qualify for unemployment. So there are restrictions that vary greatly state to state. However, if you are terminated for misconduct, you cannot qualify, you will be denied. There are times that you technically can resign, but it really depends. Like if your job was moved to a different state and you don't want to move, or you feel like you're in a hostile work environment, they might look at that as a constructive discharge.
Interesting. Well, let's talk about if you're receiving severance, right? So if you've been a long-time worker at some of these technology giants, for instance, Meta, of course, with layoffs last year, but more recently Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon, and you receive some sort of severance package, can you also simultaneously collect unemployment benefits?
Once again, Kristen, the answer is it varies. It depends on the state. There are some states that don't consider severance at all, and they'll approve your unemployment as long as the other qualifying factors apply. In the state of New York, if you get severance after 30 days of termination, they don't consider it. If you get severance before that, they're going to look at the amount of severance and the amount of money you'd be entitled to and see you might get partial benefits.
But what about after your severance runs out? Then would you be eligible to collect unemployment?
Absolutely. You are eligible for 26 weeks out of 52 weeks of unemployment, yes.
Okay, another factor here is, let's say you have lost your job and you want to collect unemployment benefits. Can you take on freelance work or even perhaps do a side hustle, some gig work, while still collecting an unemployment check?
So I think you're going to see a pattern here of my answers. The answer is it varies state to state. For example, in New York, if you work less than 10 hours during that time, they'll give you the full benefit. If you work over 30 hours, they won't give you any benefit. But every state is different. You have to check your local law.
Okay. Very good advice, John Bell. It's complicated. We're glad that you could join to break it down. John's an employment attorney at Bell Law Group.